What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. In today's episode we're going to be entering the Bundesliga Team of the Season Tournament Cup, trying to win that Team of the Season Sane. He's actually got a very nice looking card. I've won him on my main account already and I played a few games with him and it's pretty decent. He's not amazing, but for a free blue player, what more do you really want? As we go into today's video, you can see me doing some stuff on the account, adding contracts, etc. And I just want to address one comment from yesterday's video. And the comment read, like, if you think that this Road to Glory is all legit, you're kidding yourselves or something like that. And I just want to address that because everything I've done here is real and legit, and it's almost everything has been recorded in videos. There are two things that I didn't record in videos. First thing I didn't record in videos is any offline gameplay at all, but I do have a spreadsheet with which I'll leave the link in the description below, where you can go and look at every offline game I played, what the tournament specifically was that I played in, how many match coins I earned for each game, what the result was, what the difficulty against the AI was, and what the prize was at the end of the tournament. I've played well over 100 offline games, which is really surprising for me because I hate offline. But I've been playing offline for the sake of this tournament. And the only other thing that I didn't record live a lot, I did do some of it live, I didn't do some of it live, is the bronze pack method. I opened a lot of bronze packs, but what I have showed you is everything that I've sold or kept within those bronze packs. So everything that's sold, I would have always put it in a video showing you the highlights of the transfer list for stuff that's sold. And everything that I haven't sold is just still in the club. For example, you know, 700 bronze contracts or something like that. You know, all the consumables I've got, all the players that I've got. Those are the only two things that I didn't sell. So if there's anything else you kind of like question, how did you do this? How did you do that? Just ask in the comment section, and either one of the viewers that has seen it will let you know, or I can reply myself and point you to the correct video that will show you how I did what I did and how I earned what I earned. But rest assured, I wouldn't waste my time on cheating. Like, if I was going to cheat, I just wouldn't even do the series. There's no point in cheating. There's no point in, like, I guess the only way I would cheat would either be to open bronze packs and sell the players to myself, or when I'm selling players is sell them to myself. But as you would see through so many of the videos, I'm relisting cards so much. Like, how could I, you know, what am I going to do? Relist them 5 times to trick you and then buy them off myself? It just doesn't make sense. And when we're talking about selling cards, we're talking about selling bronze cards for 150 or 200 coins. Even if I did cheat and buy my own bronze cards, I'm going to be making like an extra 1,000 or 2,000 coins, but I've got hundreds of thousands of coins. So I don't know why people think or could assume necessarily that there might be something untoward going on, but you can see everything. If you just go back and watch from episode 1, you can see everything I've got, everything I've done, and how I've done it. And especially in like the last few episodes, you know, with the Team of the Season, I've been making a lot of profit with the trading. I've shown you guys the trades, I've shown you guys everything I've done, and that's all there is to it. So as I get said, you know, once again, if you guys have a problem with how I've done what I've done, let me know in the comment section, ask your question, and I'll either point you to the video that it's in, or explain to you what I did and why it's not in a video. With that being said, we find ourselves into the second round of the Bundesliga Tournament Cup. The first round was a really tricky game. I was shushing him and stuff because he was just playing like a dick, and I mean like a dick. For the first sort of like 40 minutes, you saw the first goal got scored after half time from the kickoff, from my kickoff, because for like the first 35-40 minutes of the game, he was literally passing around his defence and I couldn't get the ball, and it's just like it was 0-0. I didn't understand why he was trying to pass around his defence. So when I did score the goal, I was obviously happy, and I just wanted to get in his head because he was getting in my head. He was frustrating me with the way he was playing and the way he was passing. He wasn't necessarily good. He was just holding the ball a lot. So I was getting very frustrated, so I wanted to get in his head by giving him a dickhead celebration, and that's exactly what happened. And we come into the second game, and the second game was a little bit easier. The person actually messaged me after the game on Twitter, and it was a viewer. He said he didn't realise that he would come up against me, and if he did, he would have used his better team. I guess this is like his fitness team. But like obviously I didn't know he was a viewer until afterwards, and even if I did know he was a viewer, I still would have played the same way, and I kind of put him to the sword. We go 4-1 up there with Marco Reus, and let me tell you guys, this team is great. Lewandowski is brilliant in midfield because of how tall and strong he is, but Marco Reus is amazing, absolutely amazing. I've loved him in previous versions of FIFA. I love him again in this version of FIFA. He's just so good. He's so quick. He's got great shooting. He's got incredible dribbling, 4-star, 4-star. And for a little guy with not incredible physical stats, he's very strong on the ball. Like, he's just difficult to get off the ball. So we end up winning in the second round there, guys, 5-1. We now lose contracts on Douglas Costa. Of course, we're going to apply the contracts. And I'm in a tricky spot right now as well. It's like halfway through the Bundesliga team of the season, and everyone's getting prepared for the La Liga team of the season, because La Liga's probably next based on last year. La Liga was the third one. I actually thought for a few days that it was Serie A and Ligue 1 next, but after looking back at previous videos and previous like sheets of what was when, it's La Liga next most probably. I don't know if I want to play the tournament over and over here, or just sell my Bundesliga players on and buy the BBVA team and make the profit straight away. So let me know in this comment section what you guys would do. But into the semi-final we go, guys, and we come up against quite a nice team, the best team we've faced so far, I think. And we go through there with Marco Reus again. He shoots, he scores. I could have sworn he was offside. I really thought he was offside, but the game didn't give it, which obviously I was very, very happy about. And we go 1-0 to the good. My opponent does pull a goal back here. Chicharito, lovely finish. Absolutely stunning finish. Chicharito there with the goal. By the way, Chicharito is like 200,000 coins for the team of the season. He's so cheap, I don't get it. And then just a few minutes after I conceded the goal to go 1-1, play a lovely quick passing there through to Douglas Costa. My dude brings his goalkeeper off the line, so I try the shot. Ends up hitting the bar, falls to Marco Reus. Marco Reus cuts inside, plays it to Aubameyang. Aubameyang shoots, Aubameyang scores, and it makes it 2-1. We then get a corner just 5 minutes before the stroke of half time. Pass that into Douglas Costa, fake shot past the defender. We get into a really good spot in the box. Ball roll past the next one, shoot at the near post and hit the post, but it falls to Lewandowski, who heads that one home. And it really should have been a goal anyway. That's twice Douglas Costa's hit like the corner of the post and bar. And then on the stroke of half time, we go through again with Marco Reus, who shoots and scores. And his finishing is just so good. Honestly, I like it so much. So we go 4-1 up in the semi-final in a game that I was controlling quite a lot. My opponent did manage to pull another goal back. He breaks through here with Chicharito. I expected him to try and sprint around the outside, so I covered into that gap, and he just kind of slowed down and stopped and waited for the run. It was really good attacking play. But we end up winning 4-2 and going through to the final. Now, I'm putting attribute cards on the players for the final, but I only have the bronze ones, so it's not like I've got like a whole bunch of them just sitting there. But there was a thread on Reddit recently, another thread, I spoke about this in a previous video, another thread how a guy, like, it's such a stupid thing, it's such a just a stupid way to look at things, but he basically lost in the final to a guy with attribute cards, and so he made a thread like volleying for, or lobbying rather, for their removal from the game, because they're akin to steroids, and steroids aren't allowed in real football. So if we can have attribute card boosts, then we should be allowed to dive and pay the referees for wins. And first of all, that comparison, in my opinion, is just utterly ludicrous. But second of all, they're not like steroids, because although having an attribute card makes the specific player better and either faster and stronger, or just better at shooting or whatever, they don't make the player who's holding the control better at the game. In my opinion, if you're bad at FIFA and you come up against someone who's good at FIFA, but the person who's bad at FIFA has attribute cards on, they will still lose, because like having an attribute card on the players doesn't give you the mental fortitude or the dexterity in your fingers to see a pass that you wouldn't have seen before. Like me adding an attributes card to Naldo doesn't now make me see passes in the game with my personal eyes. It's not me that gets the attribute cards. It's an in-game boost for one game. And the only time I would think and assume that an attributes card would make a true difference is when two very equally matched players with two very equally matched teams come up against each other, and one has attribute cards and one doesn't. That's where they will give you an edge. But other than that, I don't think the edge that you get is good. Like, I think, like, if you like, let's say you put a shooting, like I put shooting on Muller, if I go clean through on goal because of my ability within the game and shoot and score, who's to say that he wouldn't have scored that without the attributes card? Like, for me, there's a huge placebo effect with attribute cards. I used to play I used to do a series based on attribute cards, and I could swear blind that I would play worse with them on than without them on. So I don't necessarily think that there's anything wrong with them. I know they're there for a pack filler. If they could be removed from the game, that would be great. It wouldn't really bother me either way. But I don't think people using them are all of a sudden superhuman and unbeatable. I still think if you're good at the game, you'll beat someone who's bad at the game regardless of whether they have attribute cards or not. And if you're bad at the game, you'll lose to someone still who's good at the game regardless of whether they have attribute cards on or not. There will be the odd occasion here or there where they will make a difference for someone, but I think it's so minute that I don't know, it's not really anything worth fussing over too much. So let me know your thoughts about attribute cards in the comment section below. And the guy's trying to, like, the main focus of the point was he's trying to like assimilate them with steroids. But in which case, he would then also want fitness cards removed, because in real life, you can't just give someone fitness. That's like, you know, it's the same as juicing. Like, you can't just say, oh, you're really tired, Walcott? Boom, fitness card on you. It doesn't happen in real life. So if you want attribute cards removed, you're also going to want fitness card removed, chemistry styles removed, and chemistry removed, because they all give artificial boosts to the player that they can't get in real life. What you got to remember, guys, is this is a video game. It's about entertainment purpose above all else. Although it's, you know, based on real life sports, it's not a real life game. It's a video game. But anyway, we end up going 2-0 up in the final of the Bundesliga tournament. Marco Reus there scoring a magnificent free kick. I had to show this again because I wanted to see how far wide it went. It went so far wide of the wall. Curved all the way back in and made it 2-0. My opponent actually had 10 men at this stage as well. He was getting very frustrated with the game. He was sliding all over the place. I ended up picking up, he ended up picking up a red card. I ended up picking up a second goal. He then backs off, allowing Aubameyang to run into the space. He brought a defender out, so I just ran through with Douglas Costa. Douglas Costa shoots, Douglas Costa scores, and with 15 minutes of the game left, 3-0 up against 10 men. There was just no way I was throwing this away. So we're going to end up winning the blue team of the season, Sane, which is great. We conceded a bit of a cheese goal there, but that was it. So our team was good enough to win the tournament on the first try, which I'm very happy about. I don't know if I'm going to play it again to try and win that 25k pack. I would genuinely rather sell my players now. I would make more than 25k in profit, and I could buy the pack rather than, you know, trying to win the pack, potentially not winning the pack, going through 2, 3, 4, 5 attempts at the tournament again, losing the profit value on the players, and then end up losing my margin. So I'm not sure if I'm going to play it again or not. I might just go build a La Liga team for the La Liga tournament that's coming up, maybe start investing in some players for the La Liga tournament, and you know, just in general, maybe just start playing the divisions again. We're in Division 4, we're in a good spot in Division 4, maybe try and get our way up to Division 3. Of course, I do want to win Division 1 by the end of this series. That's one of the main goals of the series. But we end up winning him there, guys, and he's got a nice card, man. Like, apparently he's an 80 rated in-game. And it's a shame he doesn't have 4-star skill moves, but I think he's got a really good card. Good pace, good dribbling, good passing, good shooting, good physical. He's really well rounded. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw him into the team. We're going to end up selling Douglas Costa on. We make about 3,000 coins by the time we sell Douglas Costa on. But before we get out of here, after showing you me putting him in the team, I do want to show you my trade pile, because like I said, I do show you guys everything here. And what we've got here is all those right wings and all those Aubameyangs. I sold the Aubameyang. Somebody mentioned to me that his value was 12k max bin, so he wasn't really going to like go higher than the kind of like 10.5, 11k. So I sold him. Those are the sales that I made. This is the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.